Coming into work and starting off with having a nice icy cold margarita. Rochelle, hi, thank you.
Hi.
Girl, I was
Cheers.
so happy. They said, oh, we're making margaritas. Oh, that's a nice big one too. She's like, I know who I'm working with tonight.
And I've got an umbrella.
Oh,
there we go. It is festive and fun.
So here it is, and I gotta try it. The party is starting, and it really is a party every time you have this incredible machine. Little kind of background on this.
Yeah.
You guys have offered this for a couple of years. Now, I will tell you, this is the most versatile, the most powerful. You can do more. It's 50% higher capacity. There's all these great stuff we're gonna talk about, right?
Yes.
But what I love about it, and I said this early, is some of my most precious memories, and I remember vividly from my childhood, was making homemade ice cream.
Yes.
It was arduous, it was hard, it was really complicated, but to this day, I just remember that delicious, sweet, cold, wonderful homemade ice cream and how fresh it tastes.
Yes.
Well, what Ninja has done is they've taken, hey, that concept, and they've taken it at least 50 steps higher than the way we did it the old-fashioned way. But the neat thing about it is you can still create those amazing memories. Now, understand, Rochelle, I know we got a lot to talk about, but this is an 11-in-1. So this does more than any other original Ninja did. So we've got a lot of the story here. But let me kind of show you what we're doing and what the value is for a very short amount of time. First off, check out the gorgeous colors. These colors are amazing. Of all of them, the vast majority are exclusive, and you'll only get it here at HSN. So the one you're seeing right there on your screen right now, that's going to be the cherry. The one above that, now that's the platinum silver right here. Just so you'll know, in the platinum silver, that's the only one that will be out in the stores. But trust me, they will not have our price, and they don't have our configuration. Right beside, I think this olive is fantastic. Is that not gorgeous? Especially if you have green appliances or green pans in your home. The one right beside it is this beautiful blue color that we have. And the last one is this gorgeous, fresh mint color. Now, you're getting everything you see when you pick one of the machines, but here's what's different. Everywhere else, you get 2 of the extra large pint containers. We've actually quadrupled it. You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're getting 30 amazing recipes in our exclusive configuration. And we have the lowest price, because we've done all the research, Rochelle, as you know. We have the lowest price anywhere, and it's an exclusive configuration you can only find here. All right, girl, we got a lot to show, don't we?
So I am starting out with some vanilla ice cream here. So this is gonna taste just like what you were describing with your homemade ice cream with the rock salt and having to churn it, because it's made with real fresh ingredients. So we've got milk, we've got cream, we've got vanilla, and we've got sugar. Look at the consistency in here too. So that is wonderful, scoopable ice cream. You know, this is not soft serve, this is real ice cream. So I'm just going to create a little bit of a room here and then add some cookies and cream, because it does more than ice cream. So I've got some cookies here. Of course, you could do some gluten-free cookies. You could do a different style of milk too if you wanted to do like a plant-based milk. But we're just making an old-fashioned milkshake to start off, because I want to show you how well it will mix everything in there together. So we start off by spinning the ice cream and making the ice cream. And if you wanted to try it, I've got a little extra here. I put it, usually it's in a cone, but I put it there because I know you've got your margarita. You only have so many hands.
Yeah, wait, you know what? I can handle it all. Trust me. I'm going to be double-fisted here in just a second.
If there's anything you want to taste, go for it.
Okay, hang on, Rochelle, 1 second.
Sure.
Guys, if you want the mint, we started out with how many? 1,000. There's 300 left. Is there under 300 now? All right, so there's under 300. The mint is gorgeous. And my producer just said it could go in this airing. Wait, that's the blue. But if you want the mint, you probably need to move kind of quickly. I'm sorry, okay.
Sure.
Simple, so we freeze this.
You freeze it, so you're gonna make your ice cream pint. We have all the recipes for you in the book. I will show you that as well. It's really easy to use. But even if you just wanna do canned fruit, I'm gonna show you how to do that too. These are all the different functions. So this is the deluxe. So you're getting more ice cream. The pints are 50% bigger than the previous Creami, and then you have all of the different functions at the top. I'm just gonna select mix in, because I'm gonna, actually, I could do milkshake, but I've already got it spun a little bit here. So I'm gonna select this, and in 2 minutes, this is gonna be done. So that's another new feature here, is it actually counts it down, and you get the timer. And so rather than having the little dots that go across, it tells you exactly how many minutes are left in your function. And so in 2 minutes, we're gonna have a wonderful homemade spun milkshake. And you can even start to see it kind of going through and mixing those cookie crumbles in with the vanilla ice cream. Everything in here is fresh. It's gonna taste decadent. It's gonna taste rich. And And then I love that you get to choose the ingredients. So if you have someone in your family that needs like gluten-free cookies, you could do those gluten-free cookies. If you wanted to do low sugar, you could do low sugar, or you could go all out for a birthday and do those really decadent, milkshakes that you get at the restaurant that usually cost $20 because they put a cupcake on it. Now you can do it at home, and I love how easy it is to use as well. So while that's spinning, why don't I show you how easy it is to make an ice cream? So we have maybe about a minute left. I can see that that blinking, but this is how easy it is to do an ice cream at home. So you're gonna take your pint, and then even if you don't want to do a recipe, all you have to do is take a can of your favorite fruit, pour it in, freeze this overnight for 24 hours. And so that is how easy it is to make your pint. Once it's frozen, this is what it looks like when it's done. So this, Suzanne, is just frozen pineapple. That's it. Just some pineapple sorbet that we did. Isn't that amazing? So just one ingredient. So you can make it as easy and as simple as you want. Sometimes I just take my favorite coffee creamer, and use my, my dairy-free coffee creamer if I've got like a hazelnut or a vanilla that I like, freeze it overnight, and then I have a great treat that evening. You're enjoying that margarita. I love it.
They were literally, my director was like, I'm showing you close up. I'm like, yeah, you go, Rochelle. I'm like, I volunteered to come in and work today. I can tell you that. Between ice cream and a good old margarita, I am all in.
But what do you think about the texture of that? So see, that's different than if you would have a blender. It's more
better than any. Honest to goodness, it is better than any tiki bar margarita or restaurant margarita, I swear to you, I've ever had.
Awesome.
I cannot believe the consistency of it. It's not like, when you get like they make them in the margaritas and they get real watery really fast?
Yes, they
Drives me crazy. That makes me nuts. And then you're like, they don't have this really amazing thick consistency.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, because I did some math. I did some margarita math. And here's what I figured out. Now think of all the things that are gonna be happening in the next couple of months. Once the weather gets warmer and we've got birthday parties and celebrations and great barbecues. For literally serving everybody, let's say 20 people come over for a barbecue, giving them all a margarita, you basically paid for the unit itself, one single event. I mean, think about that truly. Because if you think about how expensive a margarita is in a restaurant, let's say 10 bucks, and that's being conservative. Around here it's more expensive, but 10 bucks, right? Okay, think about it. Within just a couple of margaritas, and they're delicious, and everybody's going, oh, I can't believe you made me a margarita. This is so awesome. You're gonna be able to pay this off almost with one single get together. And then I was also thinking about the other day, I went and got a gelato. I'm telling you, Rochelle, the cup was the size of an espresso cup. I couldn't believe how small it was.
And it was probably like 10 bucks.
No, it was small. That was like a kitty cup.
Okay, a kitty cup.
But for a kitty cup, it was more than $4.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm telling you, a ridiculous espresso cup full, right? And that was a gelato. I don't know what they put in it. It tasted darn good, but I have no idea if there's chemicals or whatever, right? So think about that. How often do you want to go through and get a little gelato somewhere and you spend a fortune? Or you get those really awesome milkshakes. I did, I'm such a nerd. I went into one of the most famous drive-through milkshake places. And it was $4 a milkshake to get all the, like you just had the little cookies in here. That one was $4. I've done all the research. So if you really take it and divide it by how often you'll use it, because it's really easy, and all the things you'll use it for, it really very quickly pays for itself. And here's the other thing that I love, is that it does so much more than any other Ninja Creami that we've ever offered. That to me is really key. I love all the upgrades on this model.
I do too. And I gotta find, where you were getting milkshakes for $4. I live in Orlando, and so the milkshakes there are like 18, 20 bucks, because it's all the theme parks. They'll stick a cupcake at the top and charge you a lot. So there's your straw.
Or just for the dumb cupcake. And you're like, oh yeah, and put that on you? Oh no, I'm using the spoon.
Oh, use the spoon.
My gosh,
it's really so thick consistency. Really thick consistency, yeah.
My head was gonna like, what is it? So I almost created a vacuum in my mouth.
I love it. That's a wonderful consistency.
So good.
So you've got your different functions there. So frozen yogurt, Italian ice, slushy, frozen drink, and creamiccino. Those are the 5 new functions that you get with this.
Now what is a creamiccino? I saw that and I was like, I don't know what that is.
Creamiccino is kind of like that frozen coffee drink that you get at the famous coffee house that's got the green mermaid, That one, it's just like that. Those are usually about 10 bucks.
I was gonna say, aren't those ridiculously expensive?
Those are ridiculously expensive. So now you can make them at home. home. That's what we call the creamiccino.
Wow.
Fun little fact too, I was looking it up because I thought that frappes or frappes were Italian. They're actually Greek. So it's a Greek style coffee that, you know, that this famous coffee bar has made, and everybody thinks it's Italian. Yeah, but there it is. There's the creamiccino. But now you can make those at home. Then you can make them sugar-free. You can, you know, you don't have to be upcharged in your own house if you're doing like a plant-based milk, like an oat milk or an almond milk. And now you can customize it the way you like it.
Well, the other thing I loved about this too is maybe you're keto-based. Maybe you want to be dairy-free.
Yeah.
I have a couple really good friends. My girlfriend Christy, she cannot do a lot of dairy. So she's like, oh, I'm bummed. I miss out on a whole lot of stuff, right?
Yeah,
Just because she's dairy-free. Well, now you control everything. How often do you say, oh, you know what? I want ice cream, Mom. You know, can we stop after school for ice cream? And how cool would this be? Is you know what, honeys? Let's get home. You've got it in the freezer, and within literally minutes, you're giving kids ice cream or that treat that you know the ingredients. If you want no sugar, if you want less sugar, if you want more of a cleaner sugar, like a honey base or something like it.
Maple.
Now you've got complete control of this. Also, how many of you love ice cream, but you spend a fortune on a pint of those really famous ice creams in the grocery store in the freezer section? Literally, after a couple of those, you have paid for your unit and you're using the unit for years to come. Rochelle, the other thing I loved about this, everybody's, when they talk about, and this is the older model, they're like, I love it, it's my favorite, the ice cream is amazing, and they're talking about a model that had fewer features and less capacity. So tonight, you're actually investing in the biggest model, the best capacity we've ever done, with more features than ever before. And I will guarantee you, and I love you all, and I know you jump online, we have the lowest price we've found anywhere. And what I love about it is you do create those cool memories. Like I said, you know, I forget a lot about my childhood. I had okay childhood. It was decent, right? But I'll never forget when we had that homemade ice cream, when we would have it. There was something so delicious and authentic about it. It was authentic.
Absolutely.
And I cherish those memories. So when I was saying, but I don't have time to do it the old-fashioned way. And I don't have the patience. It was insane, right? And you're cranking for hours and hours. But here you're creating those same wonderful moments. If it's just for yourself and you want to treat yourself, or you love those fancy coffees and you're tired of spending all that money, or maybe it's for a kid's birthday party coming up, or it's literally every day. And you know, Rochelle, the other thing I thought about too? I had a lot of thoughts on this.
I love it. I love your margarita math too.
Oh yeah, I love the margarita math about. But here's my major thought on this one too, is if you had to make ice cream any other way, you know the reason why you haven't used those machines is because they're too cumbersome. It's too hard. What Ninja has done is they've made it ability to do this every single day. So I think a lot of people say, well, I'm not gonna invest in that because I'm only gonna use it twice a year, because you've been burned by inefficient, bad machines, or you've tried something that kind of spludges stuff out. With this one, Ninja has made it an everyday household appliance.
They have, so it's a slim design. It's essentially the size of a coffee maker. So it's gonna sit on your countertop. You're gonna wanna use it for your coffee in the morning, you know, for your gelatos in the afternoon, making a margarita at night. So this is how it works. So you're gonna freeze your base overnight, and then you're going to put it in your Creami, and then you're going to love how this works. So this is that Creamify paddle. It's what Ninja went to different restaurants to see how they were making ice cream on demand. This is that very similar technology where it's shaving the ice and making it creamy at the same time, and that's how we're able to get these perfect textures, and that's what we're really good at, is really amazing textures. Whether you're making your margaritas or you're making your ice cream, you're gonna get those textures that you want, that you crave when you go to your favorite restaurant. So what I love about the margarita and the drinks too is it's like you're bringing the resort at home. You know, you're getting these really delicious, you know, these really delicious things. And so I love your margarita math because I have another kind of cocktail for you. Anything that we're making tonight, of course, we're making like ice creams and sorbets and gelatos, but all the slushy ones you can make boozy. So
do you know how much fun it would be? Even if you've got a blow-up pool and you're the harried mom and the kid, you're outside and you're just like, the kids are running around, you could literally, because remember, you get 4 of the pint containers to put in your freezer. You could set up one for mommy's medicine drink. You could, you know what I'm talking about. You set up 2, another one for a slushy for the kids. A third one for ice cream for the neighbor kids coming over. And you literally can make them. You're happy, they're in your little blow-up pool in the backyard, you know.
You're giving me ideas, I'm loving it.
I mean, to me, life is too short not to make every moment wonderful. Look at my neighborhood kids who showed up. Hi guys, how are you? What are y'all eating? Ice cream. Well, I know it's ice cream, but what flavor, do you know? Vanilla. Vanilla, you got classic vanilla? Mango sorbet. Mango sorbet?
Ooh.
And you're a vanilla guy too. All right, there we go. Look, my neighborhood's kids showed up. Yeah. You know what's really funny too?
Yeah.
I was saying, hey, can we get anybody out here to come out and eat? They're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. All day long.
Half of us, The crew's like, really? I gotta go eat ice cream and good stuff. Although notice they're not drinking my margaritas. No.
They're still working. They're working. So in addition to your margarita, I wanted to show you. So we're gonna do like a little limoncello frozen drink, and so you can get really fun with customizing these too. So we're gonna start with a lemon sorbet, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of limoncello. So it's really delicious, it's really fun. I want you guys to see the texture of this though before I add any limoncello. So look at the texture and look at how it's spun this really quick.
So what is that?
So this is a lemon sorbet, and if you wanna try it before I add the limoncello, you can try it too.
Nope, because I love limoncello.
You love
Come
limoncello?
on, girl.
All right, I'm gonna add the limoncello.
But I mean, what were the ingredients that you used to make it?
Sure. So this was just a sorbet base. So we used lemon. This does have a little bit of cream. So lemon juice basically, and a little lemon zest. So it's gonna be really lemony.
Oh,
so you can make your wonderful lemon drinks that way. I'm gonna add that back in, and we are going to add some limoncello. So here's how we make it on a Saturday night.
Heck yes, girl.
And that's real limoncello in there. You can smell it. So I'm just gonna place the pint
So wait,
in
that
there.
just locked into place?
That just locked into place. So there's little feet here at the bottom you can see where it kind of locks into those little grooves. And so if you get this home and you're like, oh, it's not sitting in there, just twist it a little bit. It locks right into place. That's that Creamify paddle we just showed you, and then it locks into place too with the lid. We designed this differently too.
Wait, sorry, what is this little duty right here?
This is the Creamify paddle.
What's that?
This little button is to release it, so it's easy to clean.
See, Ninja thinks of everything, I'm telling you.
That's really easy to clean. And then you can also just kind of squeeze it to place it back into place, so it's really easy to put back together. And then also it just slides right in the front. So that's why we have these behind me today, is because these slide in from the front. It's different than the previous model. It makes it easier to load. So it takes the guesswork out of, is it set in there right? You know it's set in there right. It's really locked in. You also have all of these different options. Because you're getting the deluxe pint and it's 50% more than the traditional pint, you can actually just blend the top. If you just want to blend some mix-ins to the top, you can do the full pint, or if you've got some left over from the night before, you can do the bottom. So it gives you all three options.
Wait, I want to wait,
sure.
Before you do that, guys, can we zoom in even closer? I really want everybody to see all of these darn functions.
There's a lot.
And I really because it's really easy. Please don't get freaked out like, oh, there's so many buttons. There's not. It's just, these are all your options, right?
They're all labeled.
Okay.
And so you can go through and scroll through. These are what we call our scoopables, and it even says scoopable on the side right here, where you have your ice cream, your light ice cream, your sorbet, your gelato, your frozen yogurt. Then on this side, you have all of your drinkables. And so this is your creamiccino, that's that frozen coffee drink, your frozen drinks, which is what we've been doing this evening with the margaritas and the limoncello, slushies for the kids or the big kids in your house too that love them, milkshakes and Italian ice, and then also your mix-ins down here. And as I scroll through, you can see the numbers change here at the top. That's how many minutes the program takes. And so these are all pre-programmed with the right amount of time, the right amount of pressure, the right amount of speed on the spin. So it really takes the guesswork out of it, and it's really easy to use. So I'm gonna go up here. Actually, I don't need to really do frozen drink because it's already mixed. So I'm just gonna do a mix-in, and we're gonna get this wonderful limoncello.
So how did you know it was a mix-in? How do we know this?
We've got a mix-in and a respin down here whenever you're adding additional ingredients. And so we started with, if it was frozen solid, I would do the frozen drink. Like if I just brought it in from the freezer, but we already spun it. So it was already, you saw me scoop into it, so it was already soft.
And you literally were mixing something in.
I was already mixing something in.
So you hit that.
I hit mix-ins.
Okay, and that one is what for?
That is for respin. So that is if you have some leftovers that, that you ate like half a pint one night and then you put it back in the freezer and it froze solid again, you can always respin it to get that creamy texture again.
Okay. Let's have a moment here while my limoncello drink finishes.
In 1 minute.
I mean, how darn well thought out is this? Now, I get it. I get why you guys made the original one a customer pick. That makes so much sense to me. But just envision this in your life. Like, to me, this is what life should be made of. These happy moments. And I've got goosebumps. I'm so emotional about this. And it seems silly. But that memory from my childhood of getting that homemade ice cream, of putting the ingredients in, the work we had to put, I didn't like that part, nor did my father, but it was ultimately ultimately that unbelievable, sweet, wonderful, rich, fresh, authentic taste. Now, shouldn't that be our experience every single day in our life? And I think what the folks at Ninja have done so brilliantly is they've made it accessible. Other ice cream machines and drink machines, oh my gosh, think about this. Rocky, how many drink machines have we made? You remember we used to sell, Rock, a margarita machine, and it was a good machine, but all the darn thing was made was margaritas. And I think, yeah, I think it was about 150 bucks. Thanks, Rocky. I think it was about $150. It made good margaritas, but it was a real hot mess to clean. It wasn't easy at all, and it was a one-trick pony. I mean, people bought it, it's great, but you know, it only did one thing. This is giving you 11 different really unique options, and I love the footprint because it doesn't take up a lot of real estate on your counter. When's the last time you bought like a specialty machine and it's got dust because you got it below a cabinet or you got it in your pantry and you never pull it out because it's a mess to use and you used it maybe twice. It was just too much of a hassle. What they've done at Ninja is they've made this counter worthy. So you put it on your counter, and maybe it is that delicious, you know, wonderful, yummy frozen slushie you want. Or maybe you want that little sugar-free treat. Now, because you're getting 4 of these, you can have these preset in your freezer. When you come home from that long, awful day at work, you can just go, I'm gonna treat myself to something yummy. I want a sorbet. I wanna do a yogurt-based drink. I wanna make a milkshake. Oh, I want a fancy coffee frozen drink, or whatever it might be. This is how you do it. And I love the fact they've made it look so good. They expect it on the counter.
Absolutely.
They don't want you to put away, because I can see me using this literally every single day. So just don't, sometimes I kind of wish when you see frozen, it is a treat maker, but I think it just goes much farther than that, you know? All right, so let me give you an update on the colors. If you want the mint, at this point, we are 260 left, so I'm gonna show you the mint. This is on its way to selling out in this show, and I think the mint is absolutely gorgeous. So that's the mint color. Right beside it is the blue. Any of these I think are great. The blue, I think the olive is really cool. Personally, I love the olive. I think that's cool. All 3 of these will not be in retail, so don't go look for them. The platinum will be, but not our configuration. And down here is called cherry. I think that one's gorgeous. Also remember, when it's at retail, you're only getting 2 of the containers. We've quadrupled the amount in our exclusive kit. You get 4. I love the book. We'll go over that with Rochelle in just a sec. It gives you 30 recipes and tips and hints on how to use this and really customize it for your eating style and for your lifestyle and your needs. Because when people think ice cream, oh, I'm not gonna eat ice cream, there's so many calories. No, no, no. You can make very low calorie items with this that have that delicious taste.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Oh, thanks, guys. Here's the value, and I do want to mention, it is a great night to get our HSN card, because if you apply for it and are approved, we will take $40 off of our already lowest price we've found anywhere. So $40 off, I think we're at $139. Yeah, $139.99. Just use that card once you get it. All right, so our limoncello
I have your limoncello done. I'm gonna wait for them to get the shot here because it's a little over my shoulder, but this is how rich and creamy that turned out. So this is a limoncello frozen drink. We took lemon sorbet, creamy lemon sorbet, added a shot of limoncello, and we even have more to spare. So you can imagine if you had your friends over and you're like, I just made this cocktail for you. Look at how delicious this looks. Oh my goodness. And the texture is just like, you know, what you would get at a restaurant or at a resort. I have the straw.
No, it's cracking me up. They have these straws everywhere. These are so thick and creamy. You can't use straws.
We really need the thicker, like smoothie straws. But you can use your spoon too.
Girl, I found a spoon. I love it.
I love it. It's got real limoncello in it. I'm not kidding. Yeah. It is like a flavor explosion. Don't you love it? I love the wow.
My mouth is watering after I swallowed it.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Okay, I'm just saying, get it just to do this one. It's a recipe in the book.
Marlo loved this one too. She was like, I gotta. The recipe is in the book for the. There is a lemon Italian ice that you can do, and then make this as well. So I love it. Like whenever you get real ingredients, you really taste the difference. So you're getting real lemon, you're getting real cream. It tastes so much different than the store-bought ice creams. And then whenever you go to the store and you read the back of those cartons, there's a bunch of stuff you can't pronounce. So look at this.
And look at that texture. Is that not gorgeous? All right. My producer said, just let her eat during the break. She's very, very happy. All right, we have a ton more to show you. In fact, we have a table's worth of things to show you what you can do with this. I do want to mention we have an awesome event going on hsn.com. Yep, spring, it's here, right? So you got to think about our big spring sale and our big spring event. We're getting you ready for it. And you can check out all of our wonderful lawn and garden items. And I do think when you think of that, you do think wonderful flavors of spring and summer. On a hot summer day, a great ice cream, a great limoncello yum thing over there. I mean, it's really an awesome today's special. Coming around the corner, we'll share more with you. So stay right there as we continue on.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
Get the best deals on the things you love with the HSN card. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get all kinds of perks, like VIP financing on so many items, plus extra flex on every item under $369 all day, every day, and at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection, and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $40 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card.
I'm Christian Siriano, and I'm a fashion designer. I really wanted to bring something whimsical and a little bit of fantasy and fashion to HSN, but still something that was very wearable and beautiful. I've designed and dressed first ladies, fashion icons, and movie stars, and now I get to design for you. Only at HSN and hsn.com.
Hey, you're watching it. Look at me, double-fisted. This is my favorite shift ever. Like, hey, you want to do the Ninja Creami? I'm like, yeah, she's going to make drinks for me. She go, I'm like, yay. It is a good Saturday night here at HSN. Hey, by the way, before we get back to our today's special, we have a ton more to show you. I do want to tell you about HSN Gets Crafty with Moi. Here's what I want to tell you, just real quick. We now have over 5,000 members. So we made an announcement last night. We were like 4,900. There's now 5,000 members joining us. And what's really super cool, it is a very new group member site where you guys can show everybody else all these wonderful creative products. The reason I wanted you to follow that is I share a lot of crafting information on that page. And also we have a big craft day coming up on Tuesday at midnight, Crafter's Companion. So please join me then. To get all the details, you want to join our group and find out more. So thank you, Rocky, for pulling that up. If you're creative, please join me as well, Rochelle, which would be great. All right, not letting go of this lemon.
I'm creative with food, so this is my thing here. So this is frozen yogurt, and this is so easy to make. All you do is you take your favorite flavor of yogurt, whatever store-bought brand that you have, freeze it overnight, and then you can make your own froyo at home. So this is just strawberry yogurt. There's no anything added to it. I'm going to add some little chocolate chips, of course, because I like make it a little extra.
Wait. Okay.
So yeah.
Sure.
So you can take even just like your yogurts that you have, that you love that are like sugar-free, no added sugar. This is all we used to make frozen yogurt. Are you looking for a spoon, my friend?
Yeah, there's just not enough of them.
Here we go. I got them all to the right there.
Thank you. Okay, let me try this.
But look at the textures here. Look at how it's holding up. You wouldn't be able to do this with a blender. You wouldn't be able to do it with most ice cream makers. It is more like soft serve. So now we're able to do these wonderful, scoopable, wonderful textures, even when you're just doing yogurt. So even though we do have the cookbook and have all of these wonderful, delicious recipes, it can just be as easy as freezing your favorite yogurt, to have it as a froyo at night.
So good.
We also have gelato. We've got so many different things. I wanted to go through and show you some of the additional features. So the frozen yogurt is something that's new with the Creami Deluxe model, so that is a new feature. Then we also have our gelato, which is a little bit more of a soft serve. It's a little bit more of a, there's a higher fat content in gelato, so we have those recipes if you want to make them from scratch.
And what is this one?
This is a white chocolate raspberry gelato. So this is so good, so good, so satisfying. I've got more spoons here. I'm going to move the spoons down here.
I'm just using a new one. I got one. Thank you.
So there's so many different things you can do with it. You can do your frozen yogurts, you can do your sorbets, you can do your healthier treats, but then you can also make your margaritas. Isn't that delicious?
It's so good. Oh my gosh, it's fantastic.
It's so good. So the frozen yogurt is one of my favorites to do because I feel like I'm eating a little healthier. I also sometimes like to take it lighter by using my favorite like plant-based coffee creamer. So I'll take like an oat milk coffee creamer that's like a hazelnut or vanilla. During the fall, I was doing pumpkin spice. So really, if you can freeze it, you can make it into a frozen treat.
Girl, I'm just grabbing all the spoons. Why go back and forth when I can have multiple spoons in my hand?
Ah, so what we have back here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rochelle. Rock wants me to do an update.
Sure, sure.
Oh, okay, so here's the scoop, guys. If you're trying to shop with HSN, is the page or the whole site? Okay, if you're trying to shop with HSN, we're having a little technical difficulty. So here's what you gotta do. All right, you see on the screen is gonna be that 800 number. I very rarely point it out. Okay, there it is. You need to call somebody and say, hey. We have the best customer service folks too. They will get your order processed really, really fast. You can automated ordering if you already have a number or you're a member with us. So use that 800 number right now, and that is the way to do it. I'll tell you the fastest way though, is see that QR code? You guys, this is so cool. This is by far the fastest way to shop. Take your phone, turn on the camera, walk up to the QR code. That code's gonna get a little yellow box will appear. You just tap it live and it will take you exactly to the ordering process. I mean, faster than even going online and trying to find the today's special. So you see it, guys, it's right there. Wish I had a little telestrator. Just take your phone, turn it on live, just turn your camera on, walk up, and it will switch to this little yellow box. You just tap it, and instantly it will take you to where you can order this. And here's what I would do. Because the mint is so limited, if you want that color specifically, now's the perfect time to get it. And I know in a lot of places you might not be thinking ice cream right now, or frozen drinks, or that great margarita at a tiki hut, whatever, by your pool, by the blow-up pool, whatever, the slip and slide. But here's the thing. It's gonna be here sooner than you know. Maybe it's somebody's special birthday party coming up. Maybe you're putting on a birthday party for your grandson or your granddaughter or what have you. It could be an adult party. Whatever it might be, I think once you get this at home and you really approach it as an everyday kitchen appliance, I think that's when you're really gonna appreciate the fact that you have it.
Absolutely.
So it's not just, oh, it's gonna be in the pantry or in a cupboard and I'm never ever gonna use it. They literally designed it so that you can find a use for it every single day.
Absolutely.
And it's lovely because I think if we don't have those wonderful little small treats, and you can make it very healthy if you want to, it will fit in whatever your eating style is, whatever your lifestyle is, whatever you like to eat, this is gonna work. And I think it's these little wonderful moments that we create for ourselves especially, but even for everybody else in our lives that you remember and that you appreciate.
Absolutely.
Because you know, Rochelle, we're so stressed. There's so much going on.
You have
The
to do a
world
little
is a
treat for
crazy
yourself.
place. You do. I think
do.
you've just got to spend a little money on yourself and really have these wonderful little treats in your life.
Absolutely. So this is the creamiccino I was showing you earlier. This is the, or telling you about earlier. This is like those coffee house style frozen drinks. And you're talking about treating yourself. I've been trying to figure out how, this is so rich and creamy, but I want to add a little shot of Bailey's in here. So you could do your mudslides. You could do, you could do your, you could make it boozy as well. But when you're going to work in the morning, if you just want to do your favorite coffee drink, you can do that as well. But is your coffee house going to offer you, a little shot of Bailey's and not charge you 20 bucks for it?
Right, true.
And just because I'm going to add a little bit of chocolate sprinkles there too.
Well, how much is a fancy coffee drink? I don't drink coffee, so
I drink coffee, and this is the one thing where I was like, wow. And my husband was going through the drive-thru with me the other day, and he's like, you just spent $7 on a 16-ounce coffee, and I'm like, yeah, it's gotten really expensive. So this, for example, these are 24-ounce pints, and so if you're doing, like your 24-ounce coffee, this is really going to save you money. Those drinks have gotten really expensive. They're $10,
well, it's
$12.
$7 a drink. Okay, so round up to 10. You're talking 18 drinks.
Yes.
We know it's not 10, but
Yeah,
close.
yeah.
So think about this. How many times do you go get the coffee drink every single morning?
Yeah.
You drive through that and you're paying, around, $7 to $10 a pop, right?
Yeah.
Just for math purposes. By the time you've gone through that drive-through 18 times, not even a full month, 18 times, you have paid for this, and you don't know what the stuff is you're putting in there, and why would you spend that much money when you literally can make that same but taste better coffee drink at home for pennies? I mean,
Absolutely.
you seriously are doing it for absolute pennies.
Absolutely, because
another quick little update, sorry.
Sure, go
if
for
you
it.
want the mint, let me show you the mint again. Use that QR code, guys. Also, if you're using your phone and your you're on our app, you can order as well. The only thing that's having a little technical difficulty is if you go on your computer to hsn.com. But if you're using your app, use the QR code. That is by far the slickest, fastest way to order this. You're gonna be able to get the mint. And I only give you an update because I have one more airing of the Today's Special coming up at 11. The mint might not make it to that airing. So if you guys want this one, now absolutely is the time to order it. And also, Rochelle, too, with our FlexPay, we have, I think we're doing 5 Flex on this, right, guys? Yeah, it's $36 on 5 Flex, and you get free shipping, which is great, right? So $36 with the free shipping. With our FlexPay at $36, you still get to try it out for 30 days. If you don't love it, send it back. We're gonna return your, refund your money. But this is the time to just have it and then experience how much fun it is and how delicious it is.
It is, it's really delicious. So this is just a regular slushie. So this smell of this reminds me of my childhood. It smells kind of like cherries, you know, kind of like what you get when you're, you know, like that cherry smell, you know. So this is even something fun for the kids. You don't always have to make your slushies boozy. You know, you can. The option's there if you want to make your frozen drinks. But even if you just want something fun by the poolside, something that's refreshing, something that's a little bit of nostalgia, you can make these as well. You could make like a cherry cola one. You could do one that's
root beer?
grape. You could absolutely do root beer.
How much fun would that be?
You could absolutely do root beer. Orange, grape, all of these really fun slushies. And so, you know, again, it's like bringing the resort home. You know, you can do these wonderful, look at the texture on this. Look at the wonderful texture on this. You know, so this isn't something, you know, this is not a blender. This is gonna get you those thicker textures than a blender can get because it's shaving the ice and making it creamy all at the same time.
As opposed to chopping it.
As opposed to chopping it. So it is shaving it and blending it. And we did go, Ninja went to restaurateurs to see how they were making the ice cream on demand and how they were doing these special textures. And so this is very similar technology than what you'd find in a restaurant. And I kid you not, I was talking to a friend of mine that was a chef and he said, you know, the one we have that does this in the restaurant is $1,500. That's how expensive those machines are.
Wow.
So Ninja's like, how can we bring this home for people to use at home in an affordable way?
And I'm telling you, you're gonna see and taste and feel the difference.
Yes.
You'll know it. There's a textural difference to this that is very dramatic and very different than any other ice cream machine you've tried or slushie machine or frozen margarita machine. It's really, they've really got it right. All right, so here's what I want to do. Let's pretend that you're getting it at home. What am I gonna expect when I open it out of the box and what do I do?
Sure, where's my recipe book? Let me show you. So usually there's a QR code on it as well. We've taken the stickers off today, but the QR code makes it easy to scan and go to ninjakitchen.com. That gives you all the recipes and all the tips. But you are getting this recipe book. There's so many different recipes in here. We tell you from start to finish how to make everything that I'm making here on the show tonight is included in this book, you know, down from the limoncello. Well, we added the shot of limoncello, but there is the lemon Italian ice in here. How to use it, how to freeze it, all of the different recipes. So we really break it down step by step. So once you get it home, we really take the guesswork out. But even if you're like, hey, I haven't even gone grocery shopping, what can I try? You can do something like the frozen pineapple that I showed you, where you just take a can of pineapple and freeze it overnight to test it out. You can also take your favorite coffee creamer, because that's what I like to do too, and just freeze it overnight and test it out. There's even if you're doing something that isn't a recipe, on the pints, it actually shows you, there's lines of where you can fill it up, so it makes it really easy, so you know your fill lines. And so there's the scoopables, which is your ice creams, and then your drinkables, where you're gonna do your drinks. And so you've got a freeze line here, and then where you can add your liquid, like your limoncello and your other mix-ins and stuff there. So there's so much you can do.
Well, see, Rochelle, that's brilliant, isn't it? Like
really is.
Well, it's super well thought out. And remember, you're just turning the dial, hitting the button. Okay, I do want to mention, we do have a couple extra pints if you want to get them. You get 4 in the set, which is great. But if you want the 2 additional ones, they're available. A lot of you pick those up because why not have more? You can just have them all ready to go in the freezer, and whenever you come home, you're ready for that great drink. A couple ones I liked: frozen hot chocolate. That's one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. My husband, frozen Irish coffee. Hello.
That sounds delicious.
There's a recipe in there for that. Raspberry slushie, fresh fruit slushie, light mint cookies and cream. We also have blueberry pomegranate sorbet. There's a strawberry frozen yogurt. I mean, guys, the list goes on and on. Mix up your milkshakes. It tells you how to do that, so you can do those crazy mix-up expensive milkshakes using this. I love that. Dairy-free coffee ice cream. That's nice to see.
Yes, that's one of my favorites too. I love the flavor of coffee. It's just something a little nicer nice to have, like after dinner, you get a little taste of coffee. But the dairy-free I especially love too, because then you know, you can kind of monitor, you know, how much dairy you're having. I love dairy. Dairy doesn't always love me.
Right.
So that's why I like to go for like the oat milk coffee creamers or the, you know, the almond milk coffee creamers. But I have a little fun surprise for you.
Okay.
So this is a mint chocolate chip. The recipe is in the book. It's the sneaky mint chocolate chip. And we made this color green using spinach. There's a whole cup of spinach in here, but I promise you, you will not taste it. So this is a mint chocolate chip that we made using spinach. So how green, I mean, it's super green, right?
It's very green.
You know, so, but you're not getting any food coloring, you know, and you're also having a whole serving of vegetables with eating it. But it smells delicious. It smells like that mint chocolate chip flavor.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't it delicious? And this is everybody's favorite once they try it. They're like, wait, what? There's spinach in there?
I cannot believe there's spinach.
There is spinach in there.
Honestly, it does not taste it at all.
Yeah, yeah. And so it's a great way, you know, if you've got kids at home or grandkids, it's a great way to kind of sneak in vegetables. But this is the way I like to eat my vegetables. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's so good.
And then this one is a wonderful raspberry, actually blueberry and lemon sorbet. And you can notice it's a little bit different in texture. If you ever get this where it's just a little bit more powdery, you can always spin it again and it will make it creamier. You know, we're working against the lights and stuff in here in a studio, so I'm trying to keep it as cold as possible. But this is one that I did on HSN's Instagram page. So if the website's down, you can go to the Instagram page and it will show you actually exactly how I made this step by step from, you know, with fresh blueberries, fresh lemon juice. It's really easy to do, and it's super creamy too. So I love that there's all these different options. You can even see the whole blueberries in here. Do you see the whole blueberries in the scooper there? So I love using fresh ingredients. To me, the taste is better. You know, you're getting that fresh flavor. You're not getting any of those ingredients that you can't pronounce. And then when it tastes better, you enjoy it more. You know, I believe.
Okay, so Rocky, my producer, has ventured out. Rock, what are you going to go for?
Ooh.
No one ever gets to see our producers. They're stuck in really dark rooms.
I'm gonna do some vanilla, I think.
You're doing vanilla? What are you going to put on it?
All of it.
All of it.
He says, I'm putting all of it on. He actually literally left the control room and said, I got to come out and try this. Yeah, you're going to like it, I promise you. Yeah, it's
I love it.
Yeah, rough job, right? Okay. Just a couple quick notes, and I want to show you all the 11-in-1s, because I want to go backwards in case you're channel surfing and you miss what we're talking about. This is Ninja. It's an incredible, it's the most versatile, the biggest capacity that we've ever made. It does more things than ever before, and this is literally a short time deal. So if we look down front, I'm going to kind of go over each of these, because there's 11 very distinct things it can do. Right here in the very front, it's going to do your classic ice creams, but I mean better than any other ice cream I think you've ever had in your life. It does a light ice cream mode, which I think is really interesting, the light ice cream. It does the sorbets as well. So again, you're gonna see them all. So we have frozen yogurt, slushies, frozen drink, Italian ice that you can do. There down below, that's that almost like a cappuccino or a creamiccino. You can get all those fancy coffee drinks. Look at these fun frozen drinks. That's your frozen collection. On this side, you're also gonna see down below, this one's gonna be your, what is that one, you guys? It is, oh, the sorbet, there we go. That one's your light ice cream. That's your classic ice cream. It's gonna do milkshakes down below there. We also have right here, and one more I gotta get to, and that is the gelato. Yeah, so 11 different styles that definitely, as you can see, just for this group sitting here, that are really distinct and wonderful. And like I said, I love it because this doesn't go in the pantry or go in the cabinet and collect dust and you pull out for somebody's birthday twice a year.
No.
I mean, this, you're gonna put it on the counter and it's that great coffee drink you make in the morning, and it's that lovely little snack you make for the kids after school that you know is healthier. And then if it is a big event, the barbecue, the people are coming over, you're gonna make, oh yeah, 4th of July, you're gonna make the best darn boozy drinks in the world. And you're saving so much money in the long run because you're not going through the drive-thrus. You know what the ingredients are, so you can make this as healthy as you want, or you can have a whole lot of fun, but you know what's going inside it. I dare you, read some of those ingredient decks. If you go to the frozen section and you just pick up an ice cream pint, you're spending how much for that? And then if you read the deck, you'll see they put a lot of stuff in it that's just not healthy for you. This is the way to take control of it. By the way, hsn.com is working. Yay, we love that. So now you can shop every single way you can imagine, including hsn.com. You'll see the today's special right on the very front page. When you actually click on the front page, you'll see it. You click, you're done. It's very easy to grab that while it's still available. All right, what's this?
I am going to mix in an entire carrot cake cupcake. And so you want to talk about making your own adventurous flavors. Try finding this in the grocery store. So I'm just going to push the little carrot cake cupcake in there. We've got it with our vanilla base. You see we've got a whole carrot cake cupcake.
That's awesome.
This brought all the guys out after the last show. They were all like, I have to try this. It's carrot cake ice cream. So all I'm going to do, the ice cream is already mixed. So all I'm going to do is do the mix-in. So think about how much you would spend, at an ice cream parlor or a froyo place to do the mix-ins. They charge you by weight. Yeah. Imagine having a whole cupcake. So in 2 minutes, I'm going to hit mix-in, and you're going to have a wonderful carrot cake ice cream. So even for Easter or Mother's Day, but while that's mixing, I have another fun boozy drink for you.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a fun thing to do for Mother's Day. This is one of my favorite things to serve because it's a little bit more elevated than doing like a mimosa. It's a Prosecco float. So I'm taking some sorbet here.
And what's the flavor of the sorbet you made?
So the sorbet is a raspberry, but you could do strawberry, you could do lemon, you could do peaches, blackberry. Any fruit flavor will go wonderful with Prosecco or with champagne. And so all I'm doing is I'm putting that in a nice little glass here, and then we're gonna just add our bubbles because bubbles make everything fancier.
And happier.
And happier. And I gotta tell you, even at Christmas time, I did one with a snowman. I made one that looked like a snowman. I did like a lemon sorbet with a larger one and a small one, and it was really cute.
Did everybody ooh and ah about it?
Everybody did. It blew up on Instagram. Everybody loved it. But, imagine having this for Mother's Day or for a Sunday brunch with your girlfriends and, having that different thing that you're serving that you handmade. So you could make this with raspberries. You could make it with strawberries. You can hand make your sorbet. You could do sugar-free or low sugar. But I love serving this because everybody's like, what is this? This is a Prosecco float. And it's just a really fun thing that you can add to your entertaining ideas.
That just makes everybody smile. And everybody's gonna be like, oh, that is so awesome. This tastes so good. I can't believe you made it yourself.
So
and it's
dig
fast.
right in. Yes, it's super fast. It's just 2 things. You've got your sorbet that you made by hand and then a bottle of Prosecco and you're good to go.
And there's just sorbet. The sorbet really does have the perfect consistency to it.
And as it melts, it adds a little fruit flavor to it, so it's really delicious.
It's really, really good.
Isn't it delicious? Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Oh,
so
man.
imagine every mom deserves this.
Fun.
Every woman deserves this. If they want to have a little Sunday brunch and treat yourself on a Sunday morning, you could be making this tomorrow morning.
Isn't this fun?
It's
well, in a
very
couple
fun.
days, we got to get it to
A couple days. We do have to get it to you. But patio weather's coming up. This is perfect for patio weather when you want to sit out on your patio, sit on your porch, and have a cocktail at the end of the night. This is a great treat for when it does get hot outside and you want to treat yourself and have a little something that's different than your traditional margaritas and pina coladas. You could do something like this. But I think our
is it ready? I heard
ready.
It click off.
It's ready.
And you know what I like about you to baby it? You don't have to stir it. You don't have to get in there and fiddle with it.
No,
you
it's very
just walk
hands-free.
away from the machine, and when it stops, you know it's ready to go.
Yeah. So this is it, and I might have mixed it a little bit too much here, so it is a little soft serve. But I want anyone that wants to try this to taste it because it is so different. It is so good. It is carrot cake ice cream. I love that you can do these different styles. Basically, I did get a little overzealous with the mixing.
icing.
With icing, so it's going to taste like carrot cake. Doesn't it taste like carrot cake? Yeah.
That is such a happy taste.
Isn't that delicious?
Ooh, that's a dig in one right
if I did this at home and I overmix it a little bit, oops, I did overmix it a little bit. It's a little soft. What I would do is I'm just going to pop the pint back in the freezer, and that's what the respin button is for. And so you're never going to have anything go to waste. If you're like, oh man, I let it, I let it sit out. The kids let it sit out. It melted. That's okay. You've got that respin button for a purpose.
That's great. So, and maybe you only eat a quarter of it, or maybe you only have 1 scoop of it. Put it back in, and then next night, if you want something, you've got it. All right, let me do colors again, because I know a lot of you guys are channel surfing. What are we doing? This is the Ninja Creami. It's the taste treat maker. It is faster, more versatile, and it also has a bigger capacity than ever before. This is an exclusive in 4 out of the 5 colors. You can't find it anywhere else at this value. We have the lowest price we have found anywhere, and we did all the research, so I'm just hopefully making it easier on you. Think about what you've got coming up. Just imagine this. It's meant to be on your countertop. They want you to use this every day. That's why they give you 11 different functions. So it might be that great little ice yummy coffee you love in the morning. It might be the afternoon treat for the kids. It might be the late evening. Like right now, it's almost 10 o'clock on the East Coast. What store is open when you get that craving for ice cream? Well, when you have that craving happen, guess what? You're gonna actually walk into your kitchen and make it yourself. And it's gonna be better for you, and it's gonna be better tasting than anything. I promise you that. They've really thought through how to make already a customer pick, super popular machine even better. And now you're getting it tonight. So get this on your counter and really enjoy. I mean, try it for 30 days. If you don't love it, send it back. The mint's almost gone. This is the blue. This is the olive. I think the olive is really pretty, actually. This is called Platinum Silver. This is the only color you will find out in stores, but again, won't have our config. This is called the Cherry. I love that deep red. In the stores, they only offer you 2 of the quarts. We're giving you, or 2 of the pints, excuse me. You're getting all 4 pints in our configuration. And then this book is awesome. It walks you through exactly how to do mix up, the low-cal ones. There's a chai tea. I love that. There's a chai recipe in here if you love your chai. There's a frozen chai latte. All the fancy stuff that you find at that drive-thru, and you're spending $6, $7 for just one, Slurpee cup of it. You're gonna be able to make this at home and literally do it for pennies. Now, what is the savings? Well, it is absolutely substantial. But remember, it's for a very short time. In fact, today we're $100 off the retail price. And I know a lot of you guys will literally go, oh my goodness, I love it, I gotta have it, but I'll get it when I go to my bath store that's out there, because Ninja's everywhere, right? You can find it in the beautiful department stores, etc. No one's gonna have our price, I guarantee you that, and no one will have this configuration, and you're getting it for a really short time. Our actual last show is at 11 o'clock. We've got one more airing of this today. It is time for you to go, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna treat myself. And with our 5 Flex, any major credit card, you're good. You're only spending $30-some to get it home right now, which is and it's free shipping.
That's brilliant. I love it. I love it. You're really getting a great value. I even had friends texting me today because they've been keeping an eye out. They're like, Rochelle, I got mine. So, I definitely think once you get it, you're gonna love it. You're gonna have a lot of fun, in the spring and the summertime, making those Prosecco floats for Mother's Day, making, your favorite ice creams for, Easter and other holidays. I was even thinking for 4th of July, I wanna do a cupcake where I put a sparkler in the top, or not a cup. I'll put a cupcake on the top of a milkshake and put a sparkler on the top, make it real fancy. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna do a Death by Chocolate milkshake. So I just wanna show you, you really can mix anything in there. So I'm gonna throw some brownies in here with some chocolate ice cream that we already mixed.
So that's your chocolate ice cream base.
Chocolate ice cream base with some brownies, and then I'm just gonna add some milk. Of course, you could do, you could make this plant-based if you wanted. You could do, your gluten-free brownies if you needed to. So this is really great for anybody that's got any dietary restrictions. All of that's in there. You can see that Creamify paddle that we keep showing you how it works there too. And then the lid locks on. It slides on in the front. It locks to the side. Once you turn it on, all of the different options come on. And then all I'm gonna do is select mix in. I'm gonna select a full pint and then actually milkshake. I'm doing a milkshake. So notice how the minutes change as I go around to the different functions. It's already pre-programmed. It's really easy. These are one-touch pre-programs. All you have to do is select what you're making. It is that easy. So I'm gonna go down to milkshake, hit start, and in 2 minutes, we're gonna have a wonderful milkshake it's Death by Chocolate with brownie included. So while that's going though, I can show you how easy it is to make other things. Oh, you can see it spinning there. It's really good. You can see kind of how that paddle's going around. But I love how easy it is. So we did the pineapple in the beginning. Let me show you how easy it is to do maybe like a peaches and cream sorbet. So if you don't want to, get out the recipe book and stuff, and once you get it home, this is how easy it is to make something. So I've got an empty pint here, and then I've got a can of peaches, and this is the sugar, no sugar added, so you can of course control what you're eating. So I'm just gonna put a can of peaches in there. I'm also gonna add some milk. And that is how easy it is to freeze your pint. So what I would do is I'd put the lid on this, and I would put this in my freezer for 24 hours. I'd get it nice and frozen. And then when it comes out of the creamy, this is what it looks like. So this is my peaches and cream.
Oh, that's great.
And so you're able to do these wonderful sorbets and get these wonderful textures, even with canned fruit, even with regular milk. And look at how delicious that came out. And so that's really quick, simple, and easy. You can even see the difference in the coloration with the light and the peach there between the peaches and cream. So really, if you can freeze it, you can make it into a wonderful creamy frozen drink. And look, the scoop even loves it so much it wants to hold on to it. That's how delicious everything is tonight. So how wonderful is that? And we just did that with canned peaches and milk. That was it.
You could use almond milk.
You could use almond milk, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's no sugar added peaches. And then all of a sudden you've just got that satisfaction. It always happens. My husband late at night, Craig, he'll be like, I want ice cream. And I look at him like, we're gonna get ice cream right now. It's really, really late. Well, wouldn't it be fun to go, okay, honey, we'll make a little bit. Or maybe it is that healthier version of a sorbet.
Yeah.
Or it's the chai latte that you have or it's the coffee you drink in the morning. I just think this is so much fun to have a unit, and don't think of it more like an everyday appliance. Because I think sometimes we've seen ice cream makers or margarita makers or drink makers or daiquiri makers, you know, those kind of things. It is very different than your blender, guys. If you have and use your blender occasionally to try to make a frozen drink, it is 100% not like it because of the technology that Ninja uses on this. So understand, it's a whole different experience. I love the fact that it's so darn easy. There's not a ton of buttons. Oh, and by the way, cleanup is a cinch, right?
Cleanup is a cinch. You could put the pints in the dishwasher. I usually hand wash them because I want to make something else to put into my freezer. So really easy cleanup. You know, it's not having like those big ice cream bowls that you have to kind of negotiate around the sink. Isn't this delicious? Yeah, don't you love it?
It's so fresh. It's really, really fresh.
Yeah. I love sorbets for that. They're really refreshing. They're perfect for summertime, especially if you just want something a little lighter. Like I always want a little something sweet after dinner, and this is that perfect thing when you just want a little something sweet, but you don't want to go all out, you know, and have some big dessert every night of the week. You could. The option's there if you want to go super decadent. But what I love is that you are controlling the ingredients. And again, this is the Ninja Creami Deluxe, so it's 11 different functions in one. So you're getting all of the different functions for all your frozen drinks and your slushies and your favorite coffee drinks. Plus, the pint is 50% bigger. So it's more scoops, you know, so you're able to get 50% more ice cream. It's 24 ounces, so it is bigger than a regular pint, but there's so much you can do. And I think I heard our milkshake was
you know
finished.
I want to try this one too.
So this is our Death by Chocolate milkshake. I added a couple brownies to it, to just our regular chocolate pint, and I added milk. Of course, you can always, oh, this looks so delicious. I'm gonna bring this up to the front here so we can see.
Oh my
Look at how
goodness.
delicious this can